Commander Jakal surveyed his blockade with satisfaction. 50 warships, arranged in perfect formation around the human colony world of New Providence. Not a single supply ship had made it through in 3 weeks. The humans would surrender soon. They had to. Commander, we're detecting an FTL signature, his sensor operator reported. Single vessel, approaching the blockade line. Jakal's mandibles clicked with amusement. Let me guess. Human relief ship? Yes, sir. Destroyer class. Designation CNS Consequences. 1 ship. The humans had sent 1 ship to break a 50-vessel blockade. The arrogance was almost admirable. All ships, battle stations. We'll make an example of this one. Show these humans what happens when they... Sir, the human ship is maintaining course. Direct approach. They're not even trying to evade. Jakal watched his tactical display. The human destroyer was flying straight toward the blockade line at standard cruising speed, as if they were on a peaceful trade route rather than heading into a war zone. Hail them. Give them a chance to surrender. The communications officer tried, and tried again. Sir, they're not responding to hails, they're just coming. Then we'll destroy them. All forward ships target the human vessel. Fire at will. 20 ships opened fire simultaneously. Plasma torpedoes, particle beams, kinetic missiles, everything in their arsenal streaked toward the lone human destroyer, and every single shot was intercepted. The human ship's point defense grid lit up like a star-going nova. Thousands of micro-railgun rounds created a wall of tungsten between the destroyer and the incoming fire. Missiles detonated early. Energy beams scattered against clouds of ablative chaff. Not a single shot reached the hull. And the ship kept coming. All ships concentrated fire, target the same point, overwhelm their defenses. 30 more ships joined the barrage. The space between the blockade and the destroyer became a light show of weapons fire and intercepting rounds. Zakal's tactical board showed hundreds of simultaneous impacts against the human point defense grid. The destroyer's shields didn't even flicker. It continued forward at the same steady pace, casually swatting aside every weapon they threw at it. How are they doing this? Zakal's second-in-command whispered. The human ship reached the blockade line and simply flew through it, past the first row of ships, past the second, heading straight for the planet like they owned the space. Sir, the Talon's reach is moving to intercept. They're firing. The human destroyer stopped. Just stopped, hanging in space. Then, with deliberate slowness, it began to rotate. The entire ship turned, pivoting to face the Talon's reach like a predator acknowledging prey that had gotten too close. What are they doing? Jakal demanded. The destroyer's main railgun, a weapon they hadn't even known was there until now, extended from the forward hull. The barrel was enormous, easily 100 meters long, designed to fire projectiles at a significant fraction of light speed. It fired once. The tungsten slug crossed the distance in less than a second. The Talon's reach didn't explode. It didn't break apart. The railgun round simply punched a hole clean through the entire ship, bow to stern, and continued on into deep space. The alien vessel hung there for a moment, all its systems dead, then began a slow tumble as life support failed. The human destroyer rotated back to its original heading, casual as you please, and continued toward the planet. All ships, Zakal started to order. Sir, message from the human vessel. Put it through. A human appeared on screen. Male, middle-aged, utterly calm. This is Captain Marcus Webb of the CNS Consequences. You have 48 hours to withdraw from New Providence space. Any ship remaining after that deadline will be engaged and destroyed. We're making a supply run now. We'll be back. The channel closed. Shakal watched the human destroyer approach the planet, completely ignoring the 49 remaining warships around it. His weapons officers were screaming for permission to fire. His tactical board showed 100 different targeting solutions, but he'd seen what happened to the Talon's reach. One shot. Didn't even slow down to confirm the kill. Sir, your orders. Jakal stared at the human ship as it entered orbit, and began offloading supplies to the colony. Not hurrying, not concerned, just work. They'd lost one ship and hadn't even scratched the human destroyer's paint. Begin withdrawal, he said quietly. All ships. But sir, we outnumber them. We outnumber that ship, Jakal interrupted. The ship that just flew through our entire blockade like we weren't here. The ship that destroyed the Talon's reach with a single shot and didn't even pause to watch it die. He looked at his second-in-command. That captain said he'll be back. I believe him, and I'm not staying here to find out what happens when he returns with friends. The blockade began to break apart, ships peeling away one by one. jumping to FTL as quickly as their drives could charge. Behind them, the CNS Consequences finished its supply delivery and departed at the same steady, unhurried pace it had arrived. Captain Webb didn't even bother watching them leave. What would you name a human destroyer that breaks blockades? Comment your ship name and follow Sci-Fi Shorts for more overwhelming victories.